Manabozho the Wolf. Manabozho set out to travel. He wished to outdo all others and to see new countries, but after walking all over America and encountering many adventures, he became satisfied as well as fatigued. He had heard of great feats in hunting and felt a desire to try his power in that way. One evening, as he was walking along the shores of a great lake, weary and hungry, he encountered a great magician in the form of an old wolf with 6 young ones coming towards him. The wolf, as soon as he saw him, told his whelps to keep out of the way of Manabozho. "For I know," he said, "that it is he that we see yonder." The young wolves were in the act of running off when Manabozho cried out, "My grandchildren, where are you going? Stop, and I will go with you." He appeared rejoiced to see the old wolf, and he asked him whither he was journeying. Being told that they were looking for a place where they could find the most game and the best place for winter, he said that he should like to go with them, and he addressed the old wolf in these words: "Brother, I have a passion for the chase. Are you willing to change me into a wolf?" The old wolf was agreeable, and Manabozho's transformation was effected. He was fond of novelty. He found himself a corresponding wolf in size with the others, but he was not quite satisfied with the change, and he cried out, "Oh, make me a little larger!" And they did so. "A little larger still!" he cried. "Let us humor him," they said, and they granted his request. "Well," he said, "that will do." Then, looking at his tail, "Oh," he cried, "make my tail a little longer and more bushy." They made it so, and then after a while they all started off in company, dashing up a ravine. After getting into the woods some distance, they fell in with the tracks of a moose. The young wolves went after them, and Manabozho and the old wolf followed at their leisure. "Well," said the old wolf, "who do you think is the fastest of my sons? Can you tell by the jumps they take?" "Why," he said, "the one that takes such long jumps, he is the fastest, to be sure." "You are mistaken," said the old wolf. "He makes a good start, but he's also the first to tire out. This one who appears to be behind will be the first to catch the game." Soon after they came to the place where the young ones had caught the game. One of them had dropped their bundle there. "Take that, Manabozho," said the old wolf. "Isa," he replied, "what would I do with a dirty dog skin?" The wolf took it up. It was a beautiful robe. "Oh, I'll carry it now," said Manabozho. "No," replied the wolf, who at the moment exerted his magic power. "It is a robe of pearls." From that moment he lost no opportunity of displaying his superiority both in the hunter's and magician's art over his conceited companion. Coming to a place where the mouse had lain down, they saw that the young ones had made a fresh start after their prey. "Why," said the wolf, "the moose is poor. I know by the tracks, for I can always tell whether they are fat or not." They next came to a place where one of the wolves had tried to bite the moose, and failing, had broken one of his teeth on a tree. "Manabozho," said the wolf, "one of your grandchildren has shot at the game. Take his arrow. There it is." "No," he replied. "What would I do with a dirty tooth?" The old wolf took it up, and behold, it was a beautiful silver arrow. When they overtook the young ones, they found that they had killed a very fat moose. Manabozho was very hungry, but such is the power of enchantment. He saw nothing but bones picked quite clean, and he thought to himself, "Just as I expected. What dirty, greedy fellows." However, he sat down without saying a word, and the old wolf said to one of the young ones, "Give some meat to your grandfather." The wolf came near to Manabozho. Manabozho jumped up and said, "You filthy dogs, you've all eaten so much that you look almost ill. Get away from me. Go to some other place." The old wolf, upon hearing these words, came to Manabozho, and behold, Before him was a heap of fresh, ruddy meat, with the fat lying all ready prepared. Then Manabozho put on a smiling face. "Amazing," he said, "how fine the meat is." "Yes," replied the wolf, "it is always so with us. We know our work, and we always get the best. It is not a long tail that makes a hunter." Manabozho bit his lip. They then commenced fixing their winter quarters, while the young ones went in search of game, of which they soon brought a large supply. One day, during the absence of the young wolves, the old one amused himself by cracking the large bones of a moose. "Manabozho," said he, "cover your head with the robe, and do not look at me while I am at these bones, for a piece may fly into your eye." Manabozho covered his head, but he looked through a tear in the robe, and he saw what the other was doing. At that moment a bone came flying off and hit him in the eye, and he cried out, "Why do you strike me, you old dog?" And the wolf said, "You must have been looking at me." "No," replied Manabozho. "Why would I look at you?" "Manabozho, you have been looking, or you would not have gotten hurt," said the old wolf. "No," said Manabozho, and he thought to himself, "I will repay that saucy old wolf for this." The next day, taking up a bone to obtain the marrow, he said to the old wolf, "Cover your head and don't look at me, for I fear a piece may fly into your eye." The wolf did so. Then Manabozho took the leg bone of the moose, and looking first to see that the wolf was well covered, he hit him with a blow with all his might. The wolf jumped up and cried out, "Why do you strike me so?" "Strike you? I did not strike you," said Manabozho. "You did," said the wolf. "How can you say I did that when you did not see me?" "Were you looking?" said Manabozho. He was an expert hunter when he undertook the work in earnest, and one day he went out and killed a fat moose. He was very hungry, and he sat down to eat, but he fell into great doubt as to the proper points to begin to eat at. "Well," he said, "I don't know where to begin. At the head? No, people would laugh. They would say, 'He ate him backwards.' Then he went to the side. 'No,' he said, 'they will say I ate him sideways.' Then he went to the hindquarter. 'No,' he said, 'then they will say I ate him forward.' At last, however, seeing that he must begin somewhere, he commenced upon the hindquarters. He had just got a delicate piece into his mouth when the tree just by began to make a creaking noise, rubbing one large branch against another. This annoyed him. "Why, I cannot eat when I hear such a noise. Stop!" he said to the tree. He was again going on with his meal when the noise started up. "I cannot eat with such noise," he said, and leaving the meal, although he was very hungry, he went to put a stop to that noise. He climbed the tree, and having found the branches which caused the disturbance, he tried to push them apart, when they suddenly caught him in between them and held him fast. While he was in this position, a pack of wolves came near. "Go over there! Go that way!" cried Manabozho, anxious to send them in the opposite direction from his meat. "Go that way! Why would you come here? There's nothing to find here." The wolves talked among themselves, and they said, "Manabozho wants us to get out of here. He must have something good." "I begin to know him, and all his tricks," said an old wolf. "Let us see if there is anything." They accordingly began to search, and very soon, finding the moose, they made away with the whole carcass. Manabozho looked on wistfully, and he saw them eat till they were satisfied, and they left him nothing but the bare bones. Soon a blast of wind opened the branches and set him free. and he went home, thinking to himself, "I have learned the result of meddling with frivolous things when certain good is in one's possession."